You're not missing any story points.
So you didn't miss any story stuff.
Just us coming up with an AAU where everyone gets like an object of power, and it was really cool.
Oh yeah, that was really neat.
Actually, I want to hear more people's AAUs. I missed some of them last stream because I was going through the recording and seeing old people's comments.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them were really cool, so if I missed it, tell me again, because I'm actually very interested in this AU that we're building together.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Only the select few, and I don't care if in your head you think you don't deserve an object of power. The object of power chose you, so you're worthy. What's your object of power?
And what was yours was going to be like a multi-tool that you could use to like have 75%
proficiency in 3 things, and I can switch what those 3 things are, but then I lose the proficiency in the one that I replaced it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And yours was a pillow in which
No, stuffed animal. I changed it. So it's going to be a stuffed animal because I can bring that traveling with me, and it makes it so that I am perfectly rested with an hour of sleep.
Why don't you just make it within any amount of time in which you slept?
Well, I feel like...
What if you feel like sleeping for 8 hours just to not deal with
the world? No. Yeah, like, that's still... that I can sleep like a normal person, or I can hold on to the stuffed animal and be perfectly rested regardless. You know what I mean? So, like, it doesn't mean that I would wake up after an hour. I can still sleep for 12 hours. It just means that, like, if I go to sleep and I only get, like, 4... I'm still rested. Does that make sense? Like, how many times have I had to go... I've had to wake up for, like, an early morning plane flight, and then I can't fucking fall asleep because I'm sitting there being like, I have to go to the airport in 6 hours. And the next thing I know, I got, like, 2 hours of sleep. Gotta get on a plane. It's... oh my god, it's the worst. Caleb Busto says, this boss is definitely pretty hard. Try to stick to cover if possible. The pierce can be helpful for getting through the boss's armor. Ooh, a pillow that lets me fall asleep within 5 minutes to cure my insomnia, and I only need to sleep for 3 hours. That's a good idea, too. My object of power is one that will come up in the best scene of this game, in my opinion. Hard boss fight time. We believe in you, Mari. Thermos that lets you scoop up a certain amount of heat, instantly freezing something, and pour it out elsewhere, instantly heating it up. I'd use it to keep my coffee cold. I kind of love the idea of objects of power that are not like, that don't give you like god powers, but just something like...
Well, because god powers is too much responsibility.
Yeah, well, because we were talking about this last time, about how like, you know, you can, you know, instantly conjure food, but the next thing you know, you're like trying to cure world hunger for everybody, and like, you know, that's a lot of responsibility to deal with. But if you could have just like something simple and small, it can make a huge difference in your life, like sleeping.
Oh fuck, this isn't gonna work out.
So much health when you get hit.
I know. It's by that one guy, though. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit!
It's too bad you couldn't just, like, convert an army and make them all fight the boss.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do, but... See? Oh my god.
Oh, come on! Oh my god.
Did I do it?
Thing was
I did not
Salvador,
see
the head of security.
See, this
team
is
didn't stand a chance against the Hiss. No one here does.
oh my god. See, this is what happens when you think you ever like die on a boss 50 times in a row, but then after you take a break and come back, you kill him on the
Okay.
first try because you're not
TV.
stressed anymore.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. That's that energy. I fully thought I was gonna die and I'd half given up. And then guess what? I'm actually talented, I guess. Use the TV babysitter. Levitate superhero over the obstacle. I love how they call the TV a babysitter.
I know. It's so true, though.
Which also I wonder what the... Hold A to levitate. Oh. What?
Sweet?
Hello. What? There's no limit. Oh, wait. Maybe there is. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
While falling to slow fall, safely controlling the descent.
Okay.
Who's...
Oh, shit.
Bureau alert failed.
Well, that's because I had a side mission that I activated by accident.
Oh.
Love the title of today's stream, by the way. What did I even say?
What is it?
My best friend is Cthulhu or something. That's what I called it, I think.
Caleb Busta says the board has a lot of word/cultural references. Cultural reference of the word references, which I think is pretty interesting. I think it's related to the collective unconscious thing game talked about a bit.
Yeah, because it's using words as it understands it from your brain.
Mm-hmm.
So, whoa! Okay. Oof. I keep double jumping and I forget that that's actually causing problems.
So, I think it's also kind of...
I can shoot people while flying? What?
I also just think it's cool how it's like, oh, here's this word, but also, like, here's how we think of this thing, like the TV as a babysitter.
I like how I can start it and then go behind cover and then finish it off. Oh.
Oh, hello.
I feel like I'm playing Kingdom Hearts when I'm like getting all these powers from different worlds. Oh god. You know what? Oh god. Hello? Hello? Who's doing this?
Oh.
It's okay.
Oh. The board isn't sure whether Jessie speaks Darmok and Jalad.
Is that from Star Trek?
Yeah, Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra.
Oh, where the
His
whatever
arms,
fell?
his arms wide.
And was the like something falls or whatever?
It's the, you know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
It's where
yeah.
he meets the alien and like they speak in like cultural context, as opposed to like.
Yeah, because they could understand each other's words, but they couldn't understand each other's, I guess,
Like
syntax.
the meaning. Yeah. So it's like, Newsflash, APB. The hiss static. Some board must survive.
Dealt with the TV. Now I can find Dylan.
Bisected Brioche says, in hindsight, aliens who speak in memes.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, that literally is what it. Yeah, they were ahead of their time. Man, Star Trek is so ahead of its time.
Oh my god, what if we made contact with aliens and they scanned our internet and the best medium between our two different alien minds? Not that they think that we communicate in memes, but it was the closest way to way they communicated, and they kept sending us like Spidey memes and stuff.
Oh, I would actually love it if like we just communicated with like wholesome memes, because then it's like we're all supporting each other and like it's peaceful.
Yeah, but they would have to communicate in some negative ones to express negative thoughts.
Yeah.
The aliens would be racist then. No, they wouldn't be racist because
No.
they would. Dwarven Crest
Wholesome memes.
Wholesome memes only, unless they were commenting on our racism. Ocelot's Anger, AI-11-EU. The crew of the White Ocelot first encountered a strange spherical phenomenon while fishing in the blank. Witnesses describe it as a black sphere with faint light behind it. It hovered just up off the bow of the ship. The crew, by throwing a tin bucket, which disappeared into the sphere. Soon after, the vessel lost structural integrity. The ship's metal rusted and fell apart within minutes. As the ship sank, the sphere lowered into the water. A passing fishing vessel called the Blank, rescuing the 4 surviving crew. Agents were dispatched to the White Ocelot's last known coordinates and began diving operations. On the ocean floor, the agents found the sphere. The ship was entirely destroyed except for its anchor. As agents lifted the anchor off the ocean floor, they noticed the sphere behaved in conjunction with the anchor, moving and stopping as one. Contact with the sphere was avoided, but handling the anchor proved harmless. The item was transported by the Blank to the U.S. port of Blank. Upon arriving in New York, it was brought into the Bureau.
Whoa.
Via the Blank. Have you ever seen the movie The Sphere?
Maybe. I can't. There's some movies that I feel like I've seen like lots of parts of them.
It's about a group of marine biologists who are studying in the deep ocean in this underwater sea science facility, and they discover this thing that's a sphere. And it turns out the sphere makes all of their thoughts come true. Haley Snaley says, my theory about this game is that humans are one of the ways the board contain resonance entities. The vast majority of humans are part of the hiss that have been manipulated into believing they are really human. And the reason they are just instantly taken over completely by the hiss is that they are being freed from their illusion. The reason certain characters can be influenced by the hiss without losing individuality is that they are separate resonances that the hiss frees. Okay.
Wait, are people influenced by the hiss without losing individuality? Because
we're us. I think.
Oh, are we being controlled by the hiss?
I don't think we are, but I don't know. That's what Haley.
Yeah.
Haley Snaley says.
Also, while you were reading that thing, somebody called me out for destroying the Pocket Universe.
Well,
because I was talking about peaceful memes, and they were like, "Oh yeah, coming from the person who famously destroyed the Pocket Universe," and I was like, "Okay, listen."
A seer, yeah, no, actually, there's a compilation of you killing things that. You did not need to kill, and you did for pleasure. So, I don't want to hear it. Oh yeah, it would be peaceful aliens as you rip the soul out of a dancer.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that's what it was going to do.
It was pretty clear what was going to happen.
No, honestly, I thought that's what I was supposed to do.
The creature was begging for its life.
It didn't say anything.
She gained immortality, though. And then I said, Stacy, don't destroy the Pocket Universe. She bent down and looked at the survivor and started squishing it. So I never want to hear again this peaceful shit.
No, I didn't rape a dancer. Jesus.
Whoa!
No.
No, she killed them. In case people are watching this on YouTube, there's a chat going on right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jeez.
A CRT television built by Benikoff and Sons Electrics. The screen is still functional. Excuse me. The object can levitate itself off the ground to a maximum observed altitude of blank. When bound, the object allows para-utilitarians to harness this effect for their own use. See report blank for the results of tested with prime candidate blank. The object is currently bound by blank. The object was first discovered in a local news story from blank, Kansas. A figure had been seen blank over buildings. The Bureau dispatched agents to the town who discovered that a man named Blank had bound himself to the object. Mr. Blank was detained, see case blah, and the object was brought to the Bureau for study. I guess I fly down that thing. Oh,
finally, Morgan is gifting a tier 1 sub to Geek Remix's community to Haley Staley.
Woo! You know, this is how, when I dream about flying, this is how I dream about it, where I jump off the ground and if I jump like a certain height, then I'm able to fly. Like that. That's exactly how I dream about flying.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh.
You know what's interesting though is that in my dreams about flying, what usually happens is instead of like staying at a reasonable height, I end up going way too high, and I can't control how high I go, and so I just keep floating up into the air.
Jeez.
And like float off into nothing. So I just think it's kind of weird because I feel like flying is normally seen as like, ooh, freedom or whatever. But
Can't control it. Too much power.
yeah.
Leave me alone. Oh my god. Okay. I'm leaving. Goodbye. I'm gonna die.
Whoa. Oh
yeah,
my god.
this was too much. I didn't expect. I wasn't prepared. I like Haley Snailey's imagination, but I don't know if that's quite it.
You can use shield while flying too. The chat is pointing that out. Oh, so you're in the panopticon. Search for Dylan in the maximum security cells, 5th floor.
Can I fly up there? Is that what? Oh, okay. I see. I see what I can do now. And now I don't have to fight those guys. I can just fly away. Here we go. Aha! If there was a way I could fly up, well... There's a swan on here. Oh, they were talking about the swan boats earlier. What did the swan boat do? It did something.
I don't remember exact. Is that the one that... I don't remember.
Oh, it was like kicking people out of itself.
Yeah, like dunking them in the water or something.
No, it would just randomly fling people out of itself because it hated it.
Yeah. I mean, if you were like an all-powerful object, cursed to be a swan boat, and everyone's like, let's go for a ride! There's like these like bratty toddlers. I feel like you'd throw them in the water too.
I like that you can physically find the things that you find the papers on. It's this one. A water cooler.
Yeah, the swan boat is causing problems on purpose.
crowbar.
I'm looking for trouble, and if I cannot find it, I will create my own.
Dylan. So close.
Can you blame him? I mean... Uh-oh.
This, doesn't look good.
We kidnapped a child and locked him in a room to be our power
Hello?
source. What?
Can you hear me? Jessie. Are you there? Jessie.
Emily? He's gone. Dylan isn't here. He might be nearby. Or maybe the hiss got to him. I don't know.
Jessie, listen. Dylan's here. With us. He just walked in. He says he is giving himself up. He's been affected by the hiss, but he is different than the others. We must isolate him.
I'm on my way.
Yeah, he's gonna kill everybody.
We need to get back. I have to see my brother.
Well, hold on. Breakfast is brought at 9:30. Gets out of bed, uses toilet, returns to bed. Asks for television to be turned off. Staff do so. Lunch is brought. Breakfast is removed. Eats lunch. Uses toilet. Begins talking to self. Recording speech is not possible due to noise from television. Becomes upset. Throws lunch tray at glass. Sedated. Crew clean the cell. Television is turned off. Comes to. Asks for television to be turned on. Staff refuses. Sleeps. Television privileges were refused due to hostile behavior. I mean, well, he's in a box. We reach tether through control points into Bureau House. Nexus threshold area codes allows for access. You can translocate, fast travel, construct through the control points.
Stacy, what are some of your favorite Pokemon? I can't go another decade without knowing this. Please tell me. My favorite Pokemon have always been Eevee and all the evolutions.
That's because Eevee, you don't really have to make a choice. You can do it all. Is this his own poop? Did he do this in his own poop?
Yeah, that's poop writing.
Yeah, that definitely looks like it was written in poop. Or some sort of thing.
I mean, see those splatters? That's violent diarrhea.
Because it has that slight three-dimensional look.
Yeah.
Of poop writing.
Yeah.
If you know, you know. Oh wait, no, is it blood? Okay, this is blood.
No.
This is blood.
They're trying to
this
say
is
it's
poop.
They're saying it's blood to try to make you feel better. It's definitely poop.
No, this is blood.
That's
is poop. Okay, would you be more disturbed if someone wrote your name in blood or wrote your name in poop? I'm gonna vote poop. Yeah, it's worse if it's like blood. You're like, okay.
Well, because blood, like, you know, that's a writing tool of sorts.
Lots of people have written a lot of things in blood.
Yeah.
Written in poop? Oh God, please don't touch me.
Yeah, but like, you know, written in poop, what were they thinking exactly? At least you know the intent with blood. Like,
they're gonna kill you.
They're gonna kill you. It's violence.
Or no, they love you so much that you blah blah blah. You know, it's a type of insanity you can kind of get behind.
There's a romance to it that just poop. What?
Poop?
Wait, there's a thing up there.
Aha.
Yeah, like poop. What's the message? What's the message?
What's the message behind the poop? How do I get rid of mods?
They're saying that you can break them down for materials.
Here, in this moment?
I don't, that's just what I saw them say. That if you're not using the mods, you can break them down for materials.
Can I do them here? Or do I have to go to the thing?
Oh, deconstruct.
Ah, okay. I'm gonna deconstruct, like, everything.
Oh, thank you for subscribing, Gerwarp. Alright, while you're doing this, I'm gonna use the bathroom really quick.
Don't you dare.
I will.
Don't.
I'll write your name in poop. In your bathroom.
Don't! I don't like that. Haley Snaily says, someone in my primary school smeared poo all over the boys' bathroom and they made all the boys go into the hall and interrogate us, and I said, this person is willing to violate the rule of not pooing on the walls. What makes you think they're not willing to violate the much less stringent rules regarding going into the wrong bathroom? And the teachers did not like that question at all. This person's willing to violate the rule of not pooping on walls. What makes you think they're not willing to violate the much less stringent rules of regarding going into the wrong bathroom? Oh my god, that's like so... Oh my god. The boys was in quotation marks because I'm not a boy. They just thought I was. Yeah, okay. That's valid. If someone Caleb 314 Busto says, if someone's name is in blood, the person either killed someone or could be killed by the person who wrote the blood. If it's poop, who knows? Like, I can't read, like, you can, you know, if someone writes your name in blood, you can kind of read what their intentions are. They either love you a lot or hate you a lot or something, you know? Poop, you don't know what's gonna happen, but all you can think is, please, I don't want the poop. Sounds like an American Vandal thing. That show is so solid. I thought the first season, I was like, how can they do the same joke twice? They did the second season, I was like, this is a genius show for geniuses. Yeah, everyone is agreeing us.
About the poop?
Yeah, and someone said you, season 3.
Oh no. Yeah, if I see someone's writing on the wall in blood, I'm thinking, okay, this person's a serial killer. I can work with there being a serial killer. But if someone's writing in poo, what am I meant to do with that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I understand where that's coming from and how that works.
Oh, and while we're just sitting here, so I got new sheets for Christmas. I put them on my bed last night. They're fucking amazing. They're so soft. They're like those bamboo sheets, so they're not like, they're like very stretchy and soft, and I'm like, I didn't want to get out of bed.
You don't have to.
I know.
I'm just looking around seeing if there's any other, I don't know, secrets.
Ma'am, you're breaking the railing.
Yeah, well. I like how I'm the director, but I don't have level 6 clearance. Like, the house can't poop out a clearance card for me or something. I'm still thinking about the difference between poop. That really is throwing me. How can I can't get a read on somebody who wrote my name in poop. I just cannot. I cannot get a read.
Oh, I was wondering what series they were talking about. They're talking about American Vandal.
American Vandal is it's a mockumentary.
No, I've seen it.
Oh,
but
okay.
like they were talking, and for some reason I thought they were talking about you, and so none of the discourse was making sense. And I was like, what? Because they were saying it's like a super serious investigation of a trivial crime, and I was like, I don't know if it's trivial. Like, what?
Dude, Stacey, we all know no one really fucking cares about women, so when they die, like, they probably deserved it.
Oh.
Okay, where's the doopity doop?
We gotta go to the boardroom.
Yeah, I have to go to a thingy. What?
Isn't it where we came in?
Yeah,
To this area?
I got a little turned around.
See, and it's a lot more effort to poop than to get blood, so maybe the person put more effort in.
No. It depends. What if you already have to poop? Then the poop's ready to go.
I don't think that there's enough poop for writing. I don't know.
I think if you... I don't know how much you poop, but I feel like I poop enough for writing.
But, like, if you actually want to write out, like, a long thing...
If you
it's easier to write it in blood.
Just a name though.
I don't know. Did you see how big that name was?
I
That's
think
definitely more than
if
one
you have
shit.
diarrhea, it's much more like writable.
But
You have
it was raised, so those were like little logs that he chained together.
No. It was barely raised. It's like if you used poop as a crayon rather than poop as a liquidy. It was. Either way, he has mind power, so he could have just put the poop like that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I think that's more than one poop.
I think it's one poop.
Because he seems to have been focused enough that he was, really...
I think it's one poop. But so, at what point can you really say? You know? Let's increase flying.
Can we not discuss the logistics of poop writing?
I'm sorry. I'm just still reeling, like, how would I even handle somebody being like that?
That was the... The chat seems to have mixed feelings about whether they want us to delve farther into it or not.
We should not, because
it's gross.
Just, honestly, it is gross.
Yeah. No, we want to go to the board. Yeah.
I know. Hi, me in real life, man.
Stacy, why didn't you tell me? What?
I don't know.
I posted it on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah.
And
That's on you. Oh. Wobbly dude wants me to
She have to
look
write
at
everything
this.
in her made-up gibberish code. Fucking Marshall with her CIA spy shit. God.
Put a record on.
Not in Discord, though. Yeah, I don't use Discord. I, forget about it, that it exists most of the time.
I have very limited resources when it comes to being social, so I like everybody that they're getting along in Discord, but I'm not always going to say things. Find a strange jukebox token. She speaks to Arish to find Arish to find out more about it. Well, I'm gonna speak with Emily first because that seems important. Where's Bro? You said he was here.
From the HRAs is purely antithetical to every variant of the Hiss signal I can arrange. But how did Darling create it?
It's happening. After all these years, Dylan is here. But am I too late? How is he? I need to know.
He's clearly been affected by the Hiss, but it's different than any other manifestation we've recorded. Maybe what makes you so special is genetic. He was a prime candidate. Or maybe it's Polaris protecting him, something else affecting the situation. I need to run tests. He seems more in control, more present.
I want to see him. My brother. Or is he?
Of course. Now, Marshall set up an HRA-warded cage to contain him. It's on the upper floor, up the stairs.
Okay, I need to go.
Jessie, be careful. Bye for now.
We'll do the upper level thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's on the upper
Fuck if they're in there. We go around now.
over here, like. And then we'll do some more side missions for more cool powers. But I want to know what's going on. Is this it? Oh, hi, bro!
Happiness, you are a worm through time. The thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror inverted is made right. Leave your insides by the door. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet. You've always been a new you. You want this to be true. We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget. Through time, the thunder's home distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, you are a worm through time.
Shit.
The thunder's home distorts you.
That's
Happiness
Dylan.
comes, white pearls,
Can
but
you
yellow
hear
and
me?
red in the eye.
Oh,
Through a
come
mirror,
on, Dylan. I'm here.
by the door.
I found you.
He's on the phone.
Do you know who I am? You know me. Say it.
You are Dylan Faden's sister.
He's talking in the third person. Always a good sign. Do you know who you are?
Not Dylan. Trench and Darling made sure of that. I'm P6. P6. But I'm better now. The hiss made me better. Push the fingers through the surface into the wet.
Oh
You've
no.
always been the new you. You want this
Can you
to
stop
be true.
that? Please. Not exactly the reunion I'd hoped for.
It feels good to say those words. I want to say them. They sound good. They make me feel good. Don't you want to say them too?
No. Fuck off, no. You need to help me get this thing out of his head. If he is still in there, if there is anything left, you have to help me.
You! You came in through the hole in you! We let you in! You've always been here! The only truth! A copy of a copy of a copy of a copy!
Stop it!
Orange peel!
Shit. Shit. He can see you. This is not safe.
We found Polaris together with my sister when we were very small, in Ordinary, in the desert, through the door opened up by the slide projector. But she didn't help when Trench took me away. She didn't give me any powers. All the powers are my own powers. She didn't help when they locked me up for years. After the song time for applause, we build you till nothing remains. The air cracks and the truth will emerge out of you. You are home. The Bureau brought the slide projector back here with me. And the Bureau did what the Bureau does. They used it. And they found... They opened the door up to the hiss. That's the only thing I can thank them for.
There. There it is. We stopped the Altered World event in Ordinary when we shut down the slide projector. And now the projector's here.
An earworm is a tune you can't stop humming in a dream. Baby, 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 yeah. Just blast.
Thank you for the dollar.
So safe. Nothing to worry about. Funny. I welcomed the hiss. I let it in. To get rid of her. The hiss set me free. Polaris is using you. The Bureau is using you. You are a puppet. You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
If we shut off the slide projector, maybe that will stop the hiss.
Your regulations.
Maybe it's not too late for my brother.
You must see the truth for yourself, Jessie. Sister. The horrible truth about the Bureau. The hiss is the better option. Go to the Prime Candidate program in the Containment sector. I have the keycard to get you there. Salvador wanted me to have it.
Wanted? Bullshit. I saw what the hiss did to Salvador. What it turned him into.
Okay, Dylan. I'll go. I want to see the truth for myself.
I'll go. But only to look for the slide projector. You can help me. We can end this.
You are a worm through time. You are a
I mean, I get where he's coming from.
Yeah, somebody was saying that there's actually a recording in his room of him being really pissed off at Jessie for not coming to get him sooner.
Oh, I didn't see it. Where should we go back to go see it? Jerwarp, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the $1, Jerwarp. Sorry, we didn't want to interrupt the cutscene, but thank you very much. Oops.
Happiness comes, white pearls.
I would feel, yeah, if I was him though, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? This does sound like a better option because I've been stuck in this room for like
Yeah.
years and years and years, and I've lost my mind.
Oh, you can talk to him more?
Okay, let's go talk to
About
him.
what?
Anything.
Did you hear that his prisoner they captured is the director's brother?
Brother?
No way.
What if she's working with the hiss?
The thunderstorm distorts you. Happiness comes, white pearls, but yellow and red in the eye. Through a mirror, the inverted is made right.
I don't know what else I'm hoping to find here.
Dylan. Can we talk?
I'd like to tell you about a dream I had last night.
Off to a good start.
Okay. I'm listening.
I was back in Ordinary, before all of this happened. But in the dream, I was alone. It was just me. I was the only child. A girl. My name was Jessie Dylan Faden. But then the Bureau came and caught me, brought me back here, locked me up. Have you ever noticed that our names, Jessie, Dylan, they could be girls' names, boys' names, could be anything. Don't you find that weird? I find that weird.
Sure.
What the hell was that? Is he trying to mess with me?
Well, he did say you were the only child and you're a copy of a copy of a copy. So maybe they weren't siblings ever and they were really just the same person.
And they got split.
And they got split up. Yeah.
We stand around you while you dream. You can almost hear our words, but you forget.
Maybe Dylan's still in there. Maybe there's a way to reach him.
I'd like to talk to my brother, please. Dylan?
Dylan would like to tell you about a dream he had just now.
This again?
I was going to be the new director of this place. I helped you get a job here so that we could be together. You were an office assistant. You'd make coffee and deliver the mail, and there was always plenty of work to do. And it stayed that way, forever and ever. It was nice. Really nice.
That's debatable.
But here's the strange thing. The dream shifted, and none of it was real anymore. It was a game. We were in a game,
And it was a fucking boring game. But you couldn't stop playing. And then it shifted again. Or maybe it was another dream already. Or maybe I'm just confusing them. But in this other dream, it was more like a musical. This is an ordinary song about an ordinary girl from an ordinary town. It's the ordinary story. She worked an ordinary job in an ordinary office. And something. And that's all I can remember of that dream.
Maybe that's for the best.
I'm starting to wonder if all of Jessie's memories are like not real because she comes from a town named Ordinary. Like, is that real?
It's so hard for me to pay attention to like sequences like this because the second somebody says I had this dream, my brain just completely empties itself.
I listen to your dreams, bro.
I know, but like I feel like when people tell me about their dreams, it has to be like short. Otherwise, I'm like, I don't know why I have such a hard time with it.
Well, I know that you don't like experiencing, what is it?
Symbolism?
No, like in movies and stuff. I know that you don't
Dream
like
sequences?
You don't
Yeah.
like dream sequences, and you don't like things that are like trippy.
Yeah.
And that's just not your style, and that's okay.
Maybe I can learn more about the hiss from him.
Can we talk?
I just had an interesting dream.
Shit.
That's fascinating, but let's talk about the hiss for a change.
Hey,
yeah?
that's you.
This dream was
Yeah.
about the hiss.
Best I'm gonna get.
In my dream, the hiss had broken free of this prison, this house. I'd set it free. And the president himself was there to welcome us. He was the first one to take the hiss in. Spread the word. At first, many people thought it was horrifying. That he was horrifying. But also, many people who heard his words wanted to welcome the hiss in. And slowly, more and more of them came around until the whole world was brought together by the hiss. It was wonderful.
Okay. Thanks for sharing that.
For the record, that will never happen. Not as long as I'm alive.
The thunderstorm distorts you.
Maybe I'm just here to punish myself.
Any new dreams you'd like to share, Dylan?
I'm glad you asked, sister. This dream, like all dreams now, felt very real. Like reality. And reality now feels like a dream. Maybe it's all a dream. Maybe it's all real.
Dream where my brother endlessly tells me about his dreams.
I was in a dark place, and there was a dark man there. His name was Mr. Door, and he told me that there are many worlds, side by side, on top of each other, some inside of others. In one world, there was a writer who wrote a story about a cop. In another world, the cop was real. Dor said he himself was in all of them at the same time, endlessly shifting between them. I asked him how I could reach these worlds. I wanted to bring the hiss there. But he didn't want to help me. He didn't like the idea. What did he know?
I'm not wild about the idea myself.
Control confirmed for Kingdom Hearts world connection. Sora's gonna come here at the end with the Keyblade and lock her brother. So I think all of his dreams are just dreams of the multiverse.
Here we go again. Once more with feeling.
Let me guess. You want to tell me about your dream?
Yes. Yes. In fact, I'm having a dream right now.
Oh. That's new.
In this dream, I'm standing in the corner watching Jessie and Dylan talk about this very dream. This very dream! He said just now! And repeated it again now! I'm standing there and watching, and that's all I can do. It's as if I'm trapped there. And that's all I have to say about that dream.
Okay, Dylan. That's good.
I like how they have the fourth wall
Is
break
he still in there?
as if people
Or is
playing
this
the
the
game
hiss
is
playing
canon.
mind games?
Because he said in some worlds they have a story about a cop, and in other worlds the cop is real. So
Yeah.
we're one of the worlds where we're looking at this where it's a game, but in his world it's real, but he just looked at it through our world.
Yeah.
And so that would drive him a little nuts. Drive everyone crazy.
Oof, that was a lot.
We'll take a break from that. I know you don't like it. I like it a lot, but I know that that's a lot.
You know what it is too. It's like what I think it like the best way I can describe it is that I have a hard time with dream sequences because it feels like you remove all the stakes. Like I like what they're doing, like trying to tell you about what's happening in the game, but I wish that it would happen during an actual like the actual game, not like someone telling you about a dream. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I personally enjoy dream stuff because it's a lot of the character. If they're not doing that stupid thing where it was all a dream and it wasn't real, I'm like, okay, whatever. I like it when it's a character processing their emotions or processing what's going on with them in the show or in the game or whatever. Because I like those because in a lot of shows, it's hard to say, hello, this is how I am feeling. Sometimes the dreams are relevant to what's going on and the character development of them understanding what's going on with them.
Yeah, I just prefer it when they show that through the character's actions as opposed to like a dream sequence. Like I like it. I understand. Like I like it when they show a character processing something that happened to them, but I would rather they process it in the real world. Like if someone's upset, like show that they're upset instead of just like having a dream about them being like where you're like, oh, like through all this symbolism, like we can gather that they're upset.
Yeah, I get that. I just personally enjoy it. And also that dreams are a huge part of like how many people process their feelings, and so when they include that in stories, that's something I enjoy, but I get why you wouldn't like it. If we understand the hiss to be a force based on vibration and resonance, then perhaps their incantation, which is now the agreed upon term for their vocalizations, is an effort to express that resonance using human vocal cords and speech. Would there be differences in the incantation were recited in a different language? Alright, I don't know, throw somebody whose native language is not English at the hiss and see what happens. The most common word used is want. Interestingly, every usage of the word is attributed to a you. You want to listen. You want this to be true. You must want these waves to drag you away. Are you the you the hiss are referring to?
Are we the you?
Are we the you the hiss are referring to? Does the hiss believe humanity, possibly all non-hiss life, want to join it, to be consumed by it? Is that its goal? The second most used word are through and time. Is this possibly the hiss stating how they arrived here, or an indication of its age? There is clear intention in the words. Dismissing the incantation as nonsense, as some of my colleagues recommend, is beyond idiotic. Refer to blank for full report.
Oh, you know what I feel like is another way to kind of describe it too is I feel like dreams are like passive processing, whereas I prefer to see active processing.
So when he's saying dreams, he's not actually talking about dreams. He's just saying what he's seeing, but he doesn't understand what it is, I would say.
I found this token. Any idea what it does?
That is a jukebox token. Little bastards turn up in the weirdest places, like bad pennies. The Rangers use them to activate an old object of power.
A jukebox, I assume. Does it have any good songs?
Nope, just the one record. Hey, be careful turning it on, though. When it's playing, you get a free trip to the Formation.
The Formation? That sounds ominous. Why does it send you there?
The Bureau has been wondering that for years. I mean, it's just a pile of rocks built by God knows who, but... Well, researchers have confirmed it's in the same threshold as the quarry. Well, no one's ever been able to map a physical route to the Formation from maintenance.
So it's in the quarry. You just don't know where.
Pretty much. We only send in annual expeditions to the Formation now. Checkups, Salvador calls them. This year's team went in the day the hiss arrived. Come to think of it, the song should have brought it back hours ago.
I can go in and take a look.
I'd appreciate that. The jukebox is kept just past the security booth over there. Just put in the token and enjoy the ride.
What's the deal with Blackrock?
Alright, I think we
You know,
already
ever since just
asked these questions.
Bill.
No, wait, we haven't. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What's the deal with Blackrock?
Oh, fuck. Don't get me started on BlackRock. You know, ever since research found out that it blocks paranatural stuff, they have just been parading dangerous materials in and out of the fucking quarry. Fucking lab coats, man. Love making my job harder.
Sounds like there's some tension between departments.
Still, at least the quarry's got a good view of the night sky. You know, me and Salvador used to have after-work beers down there.
What do you know about Dr. Darling?
About as much as anybody, I guess. Head of research, loves to hear himself talk. All of those science types absolutely do. Now he's been acting a little bit psycho recently. Although HR told me not to use that word, so...
Everyone thinks finding Darling will lead us to the answers. But if he's completely lost it, then what help could he be? You're security, right? Do you work with Rangers?
Not often. Rangers are specially trained in threshold reconnaissance and ground zero AWE response. Security is more interested in the dangers inside the Bureau.
They must see some weird stuff out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know, every week they are tackling things that were previously unknown to the human experience. Most Rangers, they retired due to cognitive collapse. I looked up the medical definition. Not fun.
How does the Bureau handle thresholds?
Handle might be a bit of an optimistic way to put it. Marshall sends her Rangers in to map them, check growth rates, locate epicenters, take samples, measure stuff, basically.
Sounds like he's done his homework.
Now, down in maintenance, thresholds are used just like any other tool. The lab coats mine black rock from one, maintenance siphons water from another. We use it for pretty much everything, except drinking.
Why don't you drink it? Do I even want to know?
Yeah, a lot of time we find these little chunks in it. It's pretty gross.
I didn't want to know. What do you think of Marshall?
Marshall? Marshall's a fucking badass. Rangers could not ask for a better leader. She's a little, you know, intense, but given the stuff she's seen, I'm not surprised. She does have a bad habit of disappearing, though.
Where does she go?
Last time she vanished, I did some digging into the security logs. I found camera footage of her entering the quarry. She was down there alone for days. Now, typically that's not allowed, but Marshall is kind of above the rules.
I wonder what she finds so interesting in the quarry.
That's kind of cool.
I have to go.
Me too.
I like the idea of her just being this like badass who's just like wanders into the quarry and everyone's like, where'd she go? And she's in there for days just like by herself being like, I'm gonna stare at this like space ceiling for a while, see what I can figure out. Then she comes back and doesn't tell anybody like what happened.
Well, she doesn't want it.
For some reason, I don't know, I just like that idea.
I don't think I ever told you this, but I was actually on the path to being a ranger once. Did the whole boot camp thing. Even got rookie status. Anyway.
She's like, I don't care.
Great bunch. There was 6 plus me. Remus, Hazard, Cho, Guy, Hepton, Stoll, and Thompson. They were supposed to get back from an expedition yesterday. We had beers and wings planned. Problem is, they weren't here when Darling handed out the HRAs.
Then they had nothing protecting them from the hiss.
You see, they prepped for the worst, but I think that we're already past that. We all wore these pouches around our neck, and I really don't want the hiss to get them. Could you find them for me? The squad would have come back through maintenance, but they probably spread out from there.
I'll keep an eye out for them, Arish. And I won't let them stay hiss.
Oh, jeez.
I have to go.
Me too. You're not the only one who's busy, you know.
Okay, we get it, dude. We got it. You do cool things. Oh, we gotta help this dude. We gotta help that guy ASAP. That poor man.
Oh, Fridge Man.
Yeah, the guy who has to stare at the fridge. Oh, outfits.
Bye, Color Froy.
Oh, we still only have
Thank you
civilian.
for stopping by.
Thank you.
Why don't we have more outfits?
I don't know. How do we? Hello, help.
Hello, how do I purchase more outfits with my Pokemon money? Pokemon is a fashion game. No one can tell me any different.
The last few Pokemons have had. If you watched my Pokemon the latest Pokemon stream and the Pokemon Go one, you can see me in real time spending all of my money on clothes. And selling, like, important things and being like, no, I need a new outfit. And then in the Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, I spent all of my money buying Eevee clothes.
Oh, did you get Eevee little haircuts too?
Well, you can do the haircuts for free, so there's no problem with that. Yeah.